like to introduce my next speaker, and his name is Joe Photo. Is that his real name? Nobody ever knows for sure, but I do. I'm not gonna spoil a surprise. But anyway, Joe is a lifestyle destination wedding portrait photographer. He's an amazingly nice guy, and I have to share one little story. He doesn't know I'm going to share this little story. Hopefully, he doesn't get embarrassed about it. But Joe came to one of my boot camps years and years and years ago when I first started teaching them, and that's where I got to know him for the first time. And I gave everybody an assignment to go out and photograph stuff. Just go wander around this ranch that we were on and photograph. And Joe was tired, and he said, "Dude, I'm just going to go to my room and lay down." I'm like, "No, Joe, come on. Just go out there, play my little game. Go out there. We're doing like a scavenger hunt. Go photograph." He's like, "Oh, yeah, whatever, Kevin." He's like, "Fine." So he goes out, he leaves us. So like an hour later, everybody comes back in, and Joe's gone. I'm like, "Oh, he went to his room. He passed out. He's asleep." Then here comes Joe. You see him across the field. He's running in. He comes in. "That was the most fun I've ever had photographing in my life." And here's Joe now, a new photographer, because he got to go out and photograph for fun. Because he was a working photographer who finally started to photograph for himself and for fun. And he's been doing it ever since, so welcome to the stage, Joe Photo.
It is estimated that 40% of new businesses fail in the first year. Another 80% fail in years 2 through 5. Now, raise your hand high if you've survived more than 5 years. Right on. Congratulations. That is reason to celebrate. You have beaten the odds, but there's no guarantee that your business will last. In fact, in 2005, I had been in business for 10 years. I had photographed weddings around the world, and I had achieved more than I ever thought I would. But about 4 years ago, I had a mild midlife crisis. Nothing major, just the reality that I was actually at midlife. Now what, I thought. By the way, a mild midlife crisis is like a mild stroke. You appear to be looking okay on the outside, but on the inside, a paralysis happens to your thinking. And the outside effects can be obvious. My business suffered, that was obvious. This is a crash course in how I crash and burned my business. Number 1, stop building relationships. We are in a service industry, and that industry is built upon relationships. That is, people, catering managers, florists, referring other people, brides and grooms, and telling them about our services, and vice versa. When I began my business, I practiced shameless self-promotion. I met as many industry people as I could, and I told them how great I was. It was at that time that I met a young, eager photographer named Becker, and we quickly became friends. We met other photographers, and we built a little referral network in Orange County. Those times were extremely profitable, and our businesses grew really quickly. But over time, I got lazy, and I stopped going to all the industry parties and mixers. I stopped keeping track of the catering managers and where they went. I thought that I had put in the hard time developing those relationships. I thought that they loved working with me. I thought that I deserved to be referred. Even greater difficulty for me was developing relationships online. Don't you guys know, I type really slow, and blogging takes so long, so I quit blogging. But if your services are not online, you're sure to crash and burn. It was at that time that I may have overpromised and underdelivered. I was slow to return phone calls and emails, and the downward spiral began. Success is a team effort, but I thought I was invincible. I thought I was Superman. I'm Joe Photo. Why do I need a publicist? I can do everything myself. In fact, why do I need an office manager? Why do I need an album designer? I can do it all and save money. How great is that? I can have all the control myself. Of course, I thought my party train of great business was just going to keep rolling in. But soon I began to pick up heavy bad habits that slowed that train down. Stress, anxiety, ego, debt. These bags destroy businesses. So I had to let some go. Now imagine that WPPI is a grand train station. What baggage do you need to unload here and now to make room for the new ideas that you'll be picking up at this convention? Let's leave our bags here and start our businesses anew. Now, crashing and burning is not all bad. I found a healthier balance occurring in my life. While I had less business, I had more time to spend with my family and friends, the people that I loved. I also took the opportunity to get to know myself better. I discovered that I had a passion for journaling, reading, and self-improvement, and I made it a priority to give myself permission to play and be creative. I found it rewarding to give thanks and offered my time and talents to make the world a better place. As Gandhi famously said, be the change you wish to see in the world. Lastly, and most importantly, use your downtime to rebuild the business that you really want. After you have crashed and burned your business, you must pick yourself up and, like the phoenix, rise up from the ashes and soar.